It's your boy DB the GMC, host of the Hip Hop Advocate Show. And I know you're saying to yourself, what is the Hip Hop Advocate Show? And it's understandable because I'm all over the place. It's a little post here, it's a little post there, it's a little comedy here. You see the reposts of the interviews of old hip hop heads. You see stories of classic hip hop scenarios and what came about of your favorite song. I didn't know that went on behind the scenes. Yeah, that went on behind the scenes. Yeah, that type of stuff. I'm always been interested in it. Ever since before the internet was popping as the internet. And I know that I'm dating myself, but the beard is dating myself. So you got to know. Now, I'm not saying that I'm an expert and, I've been at the school of the University of Hip Hop. I prayed at the Temple of Hip Hop. Shout out to Karis One. I'm sharing the interviews that we miss, the stories that we haven't heard, and sometimes comedy, poking fun at entertainment in general. And there's a lot to poke fun at. Lil Wayne's album. I mean, there's a lot of content to, we diddied out, I think. Right now, we diddied out. I don't think we need to talk about Diddy anymore, but people still talking about Diddy, still on trial, but I ain't seen nothing related to Rico. But, that's just my opinion. I decided to get into the journalism thing behind then maybe if I wrote about these stories, maybe I could be a great journalist like Torre, maybe Rolling Stones will ask me to write an article one day, and I ended up working at a newspaper for a long time. It gave me time to really read up on things and see how the internet was popping when Soulja Boy came in the game and did everything first, and I can't lie, he did everything first. It's weird to even admit something like that because we wasn't feeling Soulja Boy as MCs then, but now I understand it. When TikTok came along, I was a little scared of it at first because I didn't know what to do with it. But then I started doing the good mornings with DB the GMC when I was going to work before COVID and then during COVID because I was still working during COVID. That's a whole nother story. But I was recording myself because I knew everybody was inside. So, I got a little bit of following going on with people saying, hey, yo, thanks for riding on the bus. I miss going on the bus because I'm stuck in the house. It was weird things like that, but it worked for me. So I said, all right, so I'm going to do the Hip Hop Advocate Show. Let's do this as the Hip Hop Advocate Show. And so that's why it's all over the place because to me, the internet's all over the place. But I tried to keep it with the fact that we talk about everything that's hip hop related within the culture, within entertainment, within sports, within a whole bunch of things. And a whole bunch of things has happened. We had breakdancing at the Olympics, which should have went better than it did, but we had it. We had it. Perfect place to have it, Paris. It was a perfect place to have it. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. I'm looking at Daily Show on television and I'm just like, you know what? We can do that. I could do that. Let me jump in the pool. So that's a real quick history of what the Hip Hop Advocate Show is or was. So right now I need to go in and be in front of the camera like I've always said I would be. Ask that y'all bear with me. I always ask y'all to bear with me because it's not easy to have to do full-time life and come into the virtual space and do what I like to do, So bear with me. So there's a lot of things to talk about in hip hop, but mainly right now how everybody's mad at Timberland. For months he's had us go on live and share with him the music of our hearts to say, this is what I do, only for you not to sign nobody, none of them, and actually sign AI. I get it. I see where you're going with it visually. I know as a creative, you'd be like, oh, and you just keep going. Just because you can don't mean you should. But I digress. A lot of people are mad about it. So why aren't we talking about it here at the Hip Hop Advocate Show? Kai Cenat and versus Wale at the BET Awards. That was an unfortunate situation, but Wale could have just backed up. Oh, the youngin' don't know who I am. Maybe I need to make a new song. to say, hey, this is Wale. Or somebody will hip him and just like somebody did. He was really cool about it, I think, as a youngin, to be like, okay, word, okay. And you didn't really be like, yo, I'm Wale, brother who made, the Lotus joint. And he'd be like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to remind him. But the king as you are, I guess you just wanted instant recognition. And that didn't go well. But for you to come back and be like, yo, you making me look real crazy right now. You making yourself look crazy right now, man. Don't do that, man. Just take the L, go make a song about it, and be like, didn't know who I was, however you want to do it. Just do it that way. You feel what I'm saying? All I can say is seeing these kids embrace hip hop culture is a wonderful thing. Just to embrace us for even anime and things that we used to get made fun of. I'm really proud of what's going on and seeing us, our skin tone, Black people, doing all these different things that we always knew we could do. We just wanted to be in a comfortable space to do them. So TikTok made a nice little comfortable space for us to do us until folks start coming into our space acting like that ain't us. So I don't know what to say about that, but I am willing to fight against it still and just be like, stop reading the comments. Stop getting into what people think about you. Just do you, and you will be you, and you will be valued as you. And when people come across your content, though, you can feel that the genuine coming through. That's how I feel. I don't have very many fans. I'm not at the 1,000 mark yet. I'm only have a solid 200, maybe 400 likes. I'm good with that because it makes me feel as though the people that I do know in that bracket of friends and family and folks that I meet is about that. I'm a modest dude, so I'm not really looking for all that big, jump. I'm just wanting to do the thing that I love. And what I actually found out that I love is hip hop culture, talking about hip hop culture, joking about hip hop culture. Every now and then I'll drop a bar or two, So I think I'm gonna pass away in this earth still being that B-boy or that MC or Dave. Every time I go somewhere, I remember this place I used to go to called Omni Collection. Every time I come in there, they'd be like, "Hey, hip hop." It was nice. It's nice to hear that, but it's just me, and I like to talk about movies, video games, just like everybody else. I'm a big kid, So I try to show that through the Hip Hop Advocate Show, and I try to look for the best things that I figure that if I find it interesting, funny, and outrageous, you'd find it funny and outrageous, So yeah, so stay tuned for us. I'll do this a little bit more often. Drop me not only a like or hitting the subscribe or anything, interact with me. Ask me some questions. I don't know what you don't know and what you want to know, maybe my lives will be a little AMA. Ask me anything type of session to where I just jump on and you guys shoot. I mean, don't shoot, but shoot. I mean, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. It's been a good solid few minutes that I've been rambling, maybe